Hi, Bonnie Cox here, founder and president of the Power Training Institute. First of all, thank you so much for coming to our seminar in San Diego. I know that being a manager is not easy, and many of you have been wondering about what kind of words to use when coaching, especially an underperforming employee. So I'm going to share with you some of the management tools that we have found that really work in coaching. So, if you're a manager, I know that you have employees that you really want to coach and you want to help them perform at a higher level, but you're not quite sure how to have that conversation. Maybe you have an employee who is missing deadlines, or they're constantly late, or maybe they make a lot of frequent errors. First of all, you can't afford to have an underperformer on your team. Gallup has found that 1/4 of all employees are simply just showing up to collect a paycheck. That means 25% of our workforce is checked out and they're not contributing. That ends up being a hefty sum of lost productivity. But you already know that. Why? Because you see it every day with your teams. You might not be counting the dollars and cents, but you know that your underperformers are not producing the kind of value that your A players are. So generally, as a rule, it's always better to salvage and coach an employee to success rather than just dismissing or terminating them. Going through the termination process, finding a replacement, training that person, all of that takes a lot of time, and it costs you time and money. And the cost per hire is now upwards of $8,000, and that doesn't even include the work and the energy that you're going to put into finding a replacement. So unless you have an extreme case, it's usually better to try to coach and maximize that employee's potential. Believe me, I understand that you get frustrated with your underperformers. Who wouldn't? Well, it all comes down to really having a conversation, a performance conversation. If you don't address poor performance, it only gets worse. But the difference between a coaching and a disciplinary conversation is that coaching strives to bring out the best in the employees by establishing mutual respect and mutual goals. Just imagine one of your underperformers that you want to coach to success. Let's look at a tool that will do just that. It's called Describing the Gap. It works whenever you have a gap between what are the expectations that you had and how the employee is actually performing. You could say something like, you were going to have that report to me by noon, and now it's 1 o'clock. What happened? The key here is to be non-accusatory and non-punitive. You just want to be curious and have a conversation, not an accusation. Accusing will only cause your employee to put their guard up, and the conversation will essentially be over. This simple tool is going to work wonders for you as a manager. You can now have a conversation about performance and coach to success without punishing or blaming. Go ahead and try it with your team. And remember, our seminar was just a snippet of our more in-depth programs that we offer. So call us today, 805-456-5227, or visit us at www.powertraining.biz, yep, that's B-I-Z, and call us about a coaching program that we could put together for you.